into this actually. Let's go into this. So, to preface this, we do have a video that I've been saving because I want to react to this so badly. I know a lot of people here aren't going to know the name Just a Robot. I know people here aren't going to know this name. But I saw this drama going down, would have been last year. I think 2023 is when this was going down. Maybe 2024 is when this was going down. And I can't remember if it was the fall of 24 or sometime during the spring. It was one of those two when this was going down. And I saw this drama go down, and it was one of the funniest things I have ever seen. Okay, and this drama revolves around Just a Robot. Now, I know people aren't going to know this guy's name. You aren't going to know anything about this. And I'm going to try to fill in some of the gaps that I'm aware of with this June the King documentary we have right here on the actual drama itself. But I need to tell you guys, okay? When June the King titles his video, Just a Robot, when defending a predator goes wrong, when you hear that, quite literally, that is what he did. Full on. This whole thing started because he thought it would be a good idea to defend a predator that admitted to being a predator, and him came out and saying, well, she's not a predator. We don't have any evidence of her being a predator, even though she said she was a predator. He put out a awful video. Because of that, his entire YouTube career basically went up in smoke. People started digging deeper and deeper into this dude. There are hilarious freaking video calls that I listened to where this dude is just going off on stuff and is talking about stuff. Bros, I have to pull this up real quick, okay? You know what? No, I have to pull this up real quick. Can I do, please tell me, please, for the love of God, tell me I can find this. Just a Robot feminist song. No! Just a Robot feminist song. Please. Is it right here? Let's see if this works. No, that's not it. That's not what I'm wanting right here. Let's just do videos. Oh, god damn. Bros. His channel's getting nuked. He even got into the Cinder. Why would you get into the Cinder drama, bro? Why? Brogan did nothing wrong is the title of a video. But I'm only pulling this up because I want to try to see. Please tell me you didn't take this out. Please tell me it's still here. Please tell me it's still here. No, he removed it. He removed it. So at the end of his old videos, at the end of his older videos, I'm trying to see if it even is still there. He used to have a specific song playing. And I'm prefacing this because it sounds, you know, like yeah, it was sounding like that, okay? And I'm trying to see if I could find a version of it. You know, the Marine song from the whatever to the shores of Tripoli. Oh my god, I just got it. I found it. Okay, yeah, I have it. Okay, this is it. This is what his outro used to be.
My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just a Robot marches on.
Now, okay, we're gonna get into the video. I don't know if June goes into this, okay? I don't know if June goes into this. People started accusing Just a Robot of, you know, the shores of Tripoli, you know, the troops go marching on and all that. They started accusing him of taking that song and making it very similar to the song from American History X. Not even lying, that was an accusation that was made. And I'm over here, I'm hearing all this, and I go like, no, it's obviously, the Marine song. He's basing it off of that. That's a nice song. It's a patriotic song. I'm seeing all this. That makes sense. Bro comes out and full on admits, no, I actually made the song based off of American History X. And it's like, dude, why did you admit that? Why did you admit that? There's an easy roundabout here. No, you just full on admit, yeah, it was because of American History X. Bros, what is wrong with you? Why are you like this? Why are schizos like this? But okay, enough of me rambling on this. Because this is a 58 minute long video. I'm gonna fill you guys in on some of the information that I have as we go on. But this is the video from June the King. I saw this and I was like, no way, he's actually doing this. This is just perfect. This is beautiful. This is perfect. Let's watch.
Just a Robot, or JAR for short, is a commentary creator whose story becomes stranger with every layer pulled back. It's an assemblage of arrogance.
I've won almost every single drama I've been in, even when I was on the losing side.
Questionable comments.
Want to see my cock?
Yeah. He would DM that to women a lot. To women a lot.
And ignorance of the very thing JAR was meant to provide clarity on.
You have pinned your channel to the reputation of someone and you've not even reviewed all the evidence. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with your programming, Mr. Robots?
Those clips were all in relation to JAR's video on CineBear03, that to many was a defense of CineBear, a predator that sent graphic images to minors as well as roleplayed with them despite stating she would never do it again. Though CineBear did receive a fair amount of coverage, there was increasing attention towards JAR, as this all exposed a pattern of behavior that brought both ire and amusement.
It's all Harley's fault that this is happening. I could make a video and put them all 6 feet under. She's the child who was too scared to get into a call with me.
Bro, this dude was so unhinged and beautiful. This is peak tisms right here. This was peak tisms. Dudes, I heard so many different video calls with this dude in it. It was some of the funniest stuff I had. Bro has a fucking black roommate, by the way, that goes by they, them pronouns. And he was in some sort of video call. He was in a call, like a Discord call. Bro, his roommate wasn't supposed to be on there, okay? He was in some discussion with people that were upset with him. Roommate wasn't supposed to be there. Roommate gets in the call because he's in the room with JAR, magically nowhere. Nobody knew he was going to be there. And when the other two people were having issues with that guy being there, JAR goes like, I will not throw out a black man from a call, and I will respect his voice and his opinion. That was an actual thing JAR did. It was so funny. I loved it because it's so unhinged and ridiculous.
Maybe you could come to the hotel room with me, lol, JK.
Yeah. What a cute little pussy.
You heard that one right, guys. You heard that one right. I'm not even lying. You heard that one right. I was watching this. You heard that one right.
Those clips only scratched the surface, as JAR has been involved in countless spats with other creators. As such, this video will attempt to go through his history and piece together how this all came to be.
Good editing, by the way, from Jude the King.
JAR did not have a typical upbringing. He claims he grew up homeschooled in a highly religious household. The latter element is so extreme that he claims his mother ran a church through the household as no other place of worship shared their views. His early
Honestly, that wouldn't shock me, but at the same time, I've seen this dude lie and manipulate facts so much, it's probably a lie too.
His YouTube account was one dedicated to creating LEGO stop-motion videos. But as he grew older and changed, so did his tastes.
Oh, that's cool.
In the early 2010s, JAR was watching creator I Hate Everything, a creator that uses a static image to represent themselves within their videos. This style online has been referred to as PNG tubing, a word that is a marriage of the image format PNG and YouTuber. The video in question that inspired JAR to want to adapt the style was I Hate Everything's video on the website DeviantArt. DeviantArt is a social media platform that is built around sharing art. Possibly because of its communities that focus on the sharing of a specific art, such as My Little Pony, smaller communities were easily formed for not just the sake of sharing said art, but discussion of similar interests.
Wait, what? You're gonna become a father. Okay, that's funny.
The insular nature of these communities has allowed for the development of subgenres, ultimately leading to communities that share rudimentary fetish art. Their art and comments have been extracted by other communities or individuals for the sake of mockery. This contrast of higher-end art to the lesser-known rudimentary art that is explored in I Hate Everything's video, as well as many others, also explored the melodrama of some of its users. This is where Jar comes in. His intentions for joining DeviantArt are varied. He has stated it was to find an artist to create his avatar for his would-be PNG tuber account. Another reason was because of the resulting drama of I Hate Everything's video, and similarly, he believed he could change the toxic community from the inside out.
No, there's no way in hell you thought that would actually be a thing that you could do. Nobody actually believes that they could do that. And if you do believe that, you are on a quest that will never actually receive any sort of winning strategy there. You are going up against gooners and fetishes of all sorts of types on DeviantArt. You are on an uphill battle that you will never succeed in. Derangement. Everybody, dudes, I'm already gonna come out and say it. Bro has a fart fetish. Just a Robot flat out has a fart fetish. Again, I've followed this whole drama. Dude has a fart fetish. A very disturbing fart fetish. Shout out Owen, bro. How are you doing?
And so in March of 2014, Jar joined DeviantArt under the name CEO Author and jumped to the defense of I Hate Everything. Initially, Jar describes his conversations as small, and getting into tiffs with a different user that went under Purple Skull 99. This then ballooned into other
Well, Cloud, apparently you also have a fart fetish.
members of DeviantArt, specifically members of the Halo fandom, jumping in.
It wasn't a specific community. I mean, I guess they were part of the Halo fandom, but that's about it. I wasn't involved in the Halo fandom, but I Hate Everything was.
That audio
You could obviously hear the tisms. You can hear them hardcore there. What the heck did I hear? I just got here and heard Farfet. Yeah, that is what you heard. We're talking about Just a Robot right now. This was a drama that went down a while back, like I think a year and a half ago, if not a half a year ago. Bros, this was a beautiful, beautiful drama that I could not stop. I could not stop listening to because it was so deranged.
was from an interview I conducted with Jar. The following series of clips are from 2 videos in which Jar talks about his experience on DeviantArt, which is highly convoluted due to all the characters involved.
Hellblaze, Gaming Skeleton,
Sonic 93, Yoshi V1, Princess Elizabeth 013, Melody, but I'm not 100% sure, the Heather Pack, Hyperbeam Eevee, the Kydalia, Beatrice, aka Foxy, and Shadowfan, who's now known as That Crazy Cat Critic.
That was only a taste of all the people mentioned. Jar speaks of endless tiffs, accusations, and melodrama that he does not even remember the conclusion of.
There were a lot of other things, but I don't remember the details, and eventually Hellblaze and her fanbase left me the fuck alone.
There do exist archives that provide insight to Jar's reputation on DeviantArt. This post, for example, is one that quotes Jar speaking of feeling depressed due to the pills he was taking, which culminated to him attempting. The reason the poster.
Okay, Minecraft. Okay, Minecrafting. Bro, why did somebody let this man on the internet? Look, full on, why did anybody allow this dude to be on the internet? We're only 4 minutes into this, guys. It just gets worse. Why was he ever allowed on the internet? That's something I'm trying to figure out. If his mother was so overbearing and protective, why did she let him on the internet? There's a reason your mother was overbearing with you. Maybe that wasn't the best idea, but quite frankly, maybe you needed it.
Quotes Jar is to state he deserves to feel such a way because the poster claims Jar is responsible for their friend. Quote, you deserve to go through the same suffering Score went through, including the hurt of one just like you let him to do. Unquote. The catch is, Jar has stated he does not even know who Scorn was.
Yeah, Scorn, a guy I never talked to. Yeah, I was falsely accused of murder twice. Like, I was just...
I know I should let him talk. I know I should, okay? But knowing everything I know now, and then I hear this, which is news to me, I'm like, dude was accused of what? Holy hell, I know so much right now. I didn't know that you were accused of doing this. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I'm like, bro, you've been accused of doing a lot of really creepy shit. I don't know what's true and what's not. I don't know anymore. You were accused. You say it wasn't true. You were accused of the pedo or the predator you defended. When looking over those DMs, it kind of looked like you wanted to, you know, have that predator bounce on it, Dio, crazy style. Jeremy, what are you doing watching Crime Files? Dude, I fucking love this drama. It was one of those moments where I'm like, I can't stop listening to it. It was so deranged.
Such an awful person that the mere idea of my existence caused these people to kill themselves.
Jar mentioned he was accused of this sort of thing twice. The second time was allegedly from a user known as Chaos55T. This person, as corroborated by other DeviantArt users, developed a fictional entity.
Never say what words again. The fact that he wanted to, it looks very much like he wanted to have bounce on it Dio time with a predator. That's a real thing that that is alleged. And I saw the DMs and the back and forth. I think he did want to do it. Crazy style. That's right. He wanted it crazy style with that predator.
Known as Madness, and tried to convince others in the community that it was a real being with varied success.
So, I don't even know what this is, man. Like, it is the weirdest thing I have ever come across on the internet. The closest thing I can compare it to is Final Fantasy House. But she was trying to convince people of this entity named Madness, who existed on Earth, who was kicked out of both heaven and hell, and he can contact you, and all this other stuff if you believe in him. It was like this weird little Wicca thing.
Jar also alleges he was, on
Hang
multiple
it, Cloud.
occasions, accused of being a pedophile. Once
I mean, I've seen some of these occasions. I don't know if it's true or not, but
for allegedly defending a 13-year-old who, by Jar's own words, was being homophobic and transphobic. Another time was because his avatar was of a pedophilic character, namely Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy.
I mean, Herbert the Pervert was pretty funny. Okay, if that's your avatar, then go on ahead. Here's the thing, though. I don't know what's true and what's false from Just the Robot, okay? Henya, Cloud, Henya. Just heard Mousie's song music, Box of Fate, and Mesmerized.
What made Jar a target in this space was that he was constantly defending others. From I Hate Everything, the aforementioned 13-year-old, or even this user that goes by Destiny Loves Shiva, that would direct Jar to defend her on different threats. Jar's time on DeviantArt spanned from March 2014 to sometime before March 2015, as he deactivated his CEO author account. He did make a short-lived Just Some Guy 9001 account that was deactivated as users found out about his identity. Similarly, he deleted his YouTube channel in where he reviewed webcomics. This was a channel separate from the one where he made stop-motion LEGO videos. This pressure, this necessity to remove one's digital footprint due to reputation, exposes the acute culture of this community and the nature of those that form it, in that there is an obsession to interact, to reply, to comment on any tangential trauma, on anything said about oneself, and Jar's reputation was so buried that he had to start over with a new identity.
Just a robot.
Well, you probably should have just not come back. You probably shouldn't have come back. Okay, that was probably a bad idea.
Just a Robot YouTube channel was meant to be run by multiple people, but in the end it was only Jar uploading. The first video was uploaded on October 14th, 2015. 7 months later, on May 2016, the channel had hit 1,000 subscribers. As for the videos on the channel, in all of them Jar uses a voice changer. A motivation for this was to hide his identity, a decision born from the fear that he would be discovered as CEO author. As for his content, Jar created commentary videos. Specifically, Jar would select a video and intersplice his commentary towards it rather than his audience. This is to say, his commentary was done as if speaking directly towards the author of the video.
If you don't like it, you don't have to be on his channel, so it's not like Jack.
I really hate it when people say, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. You do realize I can say the exact same thing to you, right?
What was the whole point of that video? If you guys don't like our videos, don't watch them.
I've already countered this argument. Quit repeating yourself.
Jar's content would not evolve much from here.
I mean, I think that is a bad argument. Just if you don't like it, don't watch. I could say the same to you.
Though his videos would eventually include a custom robot avatar with different styles meant to convey different emotions, this, at its core, is what Jar's channel was and would be. And for
I'm pretty sure I used to watch a lot of Jar content at one point in time. I don't remember. Like, the name sounds super familiar, even prior to the drama. I can't remember for the life of me.
the time being, he was covering two popular trends: reaction channels and feminists. This placed him in the skeptic community, but this did not remain the case for long, as Jar was growing tired of what he was covering.
You know what? I'm tired of doing videos on reactors and social justice warriors all the time. I want to take a break. Maybe I'll do a commentary on something that won't make me angry. Hey, what's this? 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world? Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Jar's video would spark a chain of events that would eventually land him in a very familiar yet distant space. But a different creator known as Doodletones that had a similar sized channel that coincidentally was also a PNG tuber with a robot avatar and a voice modifier made a video critical of Jar's video that was critical of the Pokemon video.
Today I'm bringing you guys 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world. For further
Wait. wait. The person was critical of you being critical of somebody. I'm so lost. What the fuck?
clarification, I'm talking about the actual destruction of the Earth, not humanity. And by Earth, I mean our Earth, not the Pokemon world.
Well, the Pokemon world is based off our own world, but I get what you're talking about.
As it turned out, Doodletones made a second response to Jar's most recent response, in which Jar made a response to that response.
I just finished watching Doodletone's new...
Bros, if somebody makes a response video of me ever, I'm not even going to engage with them. Unless it's funny, I'm probably not ever going to bring it up. I'll probably ignore it because it's not even worth the drama of it all. But you're doing this yourself. Your entire need to engage over and over again is what brought you to this point. Your entire need to just outright lambast and defend yourself, dude, you're stupid. You're stupid. Don't do this. This is idiotic.
...video about me. And you know what? For the most part, I agree.
This online confrontation was said to balloon in the same way Jar's drama on DeviantArt ballooned with endless layers of responses. But in this situation, Jar saw what this was becoming and stated he would not allow this back and forth to become any larger than it was.
Cloud, I dare you. I dare you.
If you do end up making your commentaries, I'm not going to respond to them. Mainly because if I respond to them, I think it will just make this whole thing go on longer than it has to.
That video was published June 19th, 2016. Jar published his third video responding to yet another video Doodletones made on him, as well as various small commentary channels on August 24, 2016.
Wait, so that was made, was that 2019 he said? Or was that prior? What?
Let's begin with this video right here.
Mr. Warbot, how you can stand your fans attacking the Doodletones for negative views? I mean, seriously.
Wow, that was the worst jump cut I've ever seen. Learn how to edit.
This video is just over an hour long and includes countless responses, often responding to one another's videos. Though Jar would eventually make yet another response to Doodletones of sorts, that did not come until a year later. In between that time, Jar stuck with mostly covering reaction channels and feminists. He even made an outro where the lyrics reflected this.
My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just the robot marches on.
Bro, you should have said that this was supposed to be the Marine song. You should have always said this. The reality that I know what this song was supposed to be a parody of really makes me go like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
The song Jar is singing over is the Battle Hymn of the Republic, or so it seemed. Jar's inspiration was later revealed to be something else. For now, this is the outro he had for a style of content that was increasingly losing popularity across YouTube. Jar's eventual popularity did not come from his coverage of reaction channels or even drama, like this response video he made in defense of Doodletones. This late 2017 uptick in views came from his most popular style of video.
Definitely media reviews, hands down, not even close.
While Jar's drama-oriented videos had the potential to skyrocket in views, his media reviews that mostly focused on cartoons were consistent with views. Jar even attributes this review of a Gumball episode as the reason his channel blew up, and the Social Blade graph demonstrates this as well. Though he continued to dabble with drama videos, Jar...
This is the, just a robot when defending a predator goes wrong from June the King. That's the name of the video, bud.
Jar's media reviews were almost guaranteed to hit over 100,000 views.
Man, I wish I could get that for doing those. Jesus Christ, man.
While his more drama-oriented videos within the same time period were far less consistent. Even if some could eventually outperform his reviews, there was an additional benefit to his media reviews.
Why? Because being a woman is the worst. It's like playing one of your video games without the stick of happiness.
Do you
mean God, was that an actual episode of Gumball? Was that an actual freaking... Oh my, I did not know that.
Joystick?
I can't believe they let that get past the censors. For those of you who don't get the joke, the joystick is a metaphor for penis.
Wow.
Many of the top comments from this video just a Jar explaining an obvious joke. This became a joke in itself. The Odd Ones Out, a channel with over 12 million subscribers at the time of the tweet, quoted this word for word. The additional benefit of Jar's reviews was that it was casting a wider net. His reviews were more innocuous and less esoteric than his drama videos. Drama videos, like the Doodletone saga, that would become more convoluted and have less audience interest as they went on. Whatever content Jar decided to favor for his channel did not matter as its momentum was lost. As mid-2018, his channel, or rather his friend's channel as it was initially a collaborative project, was hacked. A hack that Jar claims was due to his friend downloading Skyrim mods loaded with computer viruses that had his friend locked out of the email account tied to the YouTube channel. Though right before this happened, Jar had a channel he had full control over. a second channel that covered fictional characters with a larger focus placed on analyzing them and their abilities. With his original channel hacked, the second channel turned main channel assumed his traditional content, media reviews, and coverage of drama. These videos even had a unique intro that only appeared in a few videos before being retired.
Debunking SJWs and Feminazis too. Just a robot, the guy who will teach you stuff that Gumball is lit and T-Moss Boss is shit. Superman and Goku fanboys always give me bluff. Goku fan file beyond 3D is...
What the fuck am I listening to? At least your other thing had rhymes and made sense. This is just nonsense. I don't even know what the hell I'm listening to. Apparently the new season of Gumball went full... Oh, it doesn't shock me.
Anime, sexist, and no limits fallacy. Get your pop on your top, get all the candy that you bought. Here's another episode of Just a Robot.
While Jar was able to capture some of the momentum he had, his channel would peak January 2019. Never again would Jar get more than 1 million views a month. A reason for this decline could be a lack of focus in genre. This tracks with what is found on Jar's channel. In 2019, Jar made videos on gang stalking, on fictional characters, on Dark Souls 2 being his favorite game, and a video covering an infamous creator. These are vastly different in subject, which possibly made it more difficult to cement an audience as there was hardly any consistent theme on his channel. This remained true for 2020. Then in 2021, Jar had gotten the hacked channel back, but continued to use his current channel as a main one. It was here that he covered the developing drama around the R community. Jar's relationship with this community mirrors his relationship with the demon.
I have heard some of the drama within the art CC, as he called it. Bro, you brought it on yourself again.
In our community back in 2015, meaning there were many alliances broken and built at a whim, dramas that were seemingly endless, and as they went on, became more and more convoluted.
Yeah, I would describe it, every other YouTube community as a city. This is a small town. Everybody knows everyone. Everyone's always up in everyone else's business.
This community to Jar had the same...
Makes sense. I mean, I disagree. I think every little community has somewhat of like small town vibes, because depending on which community you're a part of, everybody knows everybody. I mean, even look at the communities we're a part of. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody is aware of everybody. Everybody communicates with everybody. It's pretty hard to get away from any of that. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But at the same time, if you're getting up in those communities, you're going to know everybody. Simple enough. Even within the VTubing community, the VTubing community might be massive. Actually, no, the VTubing community I would consider is a city where there's so many different people that you're never going to know who's who half the freaking time.
Fraction that the DeviantArt one did. But rather than hashing out disagreements in an isolated space through text post, Jar, like virtually all creators involved, responded through video. Content creator Lanza made a video going through the art community's various dramas. At the end of the video, he shares his perspective on the community.
The people in this community, be it the fans or the creators, are some of the most pedantic, semantic, and overly sensitive people I've ever seen in my time online. People will make video after video after video on somebody on some of the most stupid shit imaginable.
Jar has described this community as a small town. The majority of the dramas don't reach larger audiences, though every now and then, a creator such as Creepshow Art will get relatively tremendous coverage as their actions were so egregious, it brings interest from outside the community. As Jar tended to focus...
I mean, I've seen some of the Creepshow Art stuff. That was another weird thing, but the Art CC, half these people, I don't even know who the hell they are. And I just take a glance here or there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm happy not knowing any of you people. I'm going to go over here.
Focus on creators within this small community, it only guaranteed he will be making videos for its equally small audience. While this continued to capture his channel well into 2022, it was in 2023 that Jar decided it was time to change his focus.
I'd rather not stay and be corrupted by drama like so many others have before me. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm still going to be talking about drama every now and then, but instead it's going to be more like what Turkey Tom does, a documentary-style video.
Nope, that was not what it was. By the way, shout out Lovely Sherry. Dude, you just kept getting into drama, and your documentary videos were garbage. You always came out at the very end having basically everybody else already making their videos so that you can make your video.
That came from Jar's video titled I'm Leaving, posted January 12, 2023. This announcement was followed by increased viewership. Jar had again begun making media reviews a larger part of his channel, this time focusing on Disney and his franchises. However, in 2024, his viewership once again fell steeply as Jar's channel again lost focus. On his formerly hacked channel, Jar started making a spree of response videos. These, at their most intense, were over 2 hours long and rarely received more than 10,000 views. These were responsive videos, 2 videos that at times received less than 1,000 views.
Bro, I mean, I get similar stuff like that right now, but that's just because I'm doing my little thing right here. But your videos used to get a lot of views, and now you're getting the views that I get normally. That's shit.
Jar does not treat content creation as a job, but as a hobby. This is why he makes videos regardless of how poorly they perform. But mistakes and the like pass by easier as they reach a smaller audience, and the spats he gets himself into are for the most part innocuous. But what would happen if Jar were to make a video of this caliber on something with weight? On something that was controversial enough to breach the walls of his small community?
Yes,
what
I
if
am,
Jar were
Sherry.
to make a video on Cinebear 03?
Why would you ever? This was a bad idea. This was a bad idea.
A channel formerly known as Scootaloo Loves Sans. As the name and the banner suggest, My Little Pony and Undertale play a large part in this channel's content.
Like, if I'm gonna, I already said, like, he waits to make videos well after the fact until, like, community consensus is there. If I even go over to his channel right now, okay, if I go here, when did he make his Cinder video? 3 months ago. That's when he made his Cinder video. Cinder is cooked. Did you ever make a VTuber video prior to that? No? Okay, then. I wonder, I'm curious, what was the date on that? And I'm not watching this. I just want to know, like, the date itself. May the 3rd, 2023. When did that all start going down? I'm looking at my studio real quick just to get dates on when this was all, because I don't, was that 3rd when that, no, that was, let me dig in here for a second, guys, just so I can get dates on, Jesus Christ, May 19th, May 17th, May 4th, that was in April. The Cinder stuff started going down in April. April 27th, so, because that was, god damn, it still feels like that was so long ago. April 27th, May the 3rd. Oh, you had a decent amount of time, but again, that would be like well after everybody else already made the videos. Community consensus was already around. You would have already been able to figure out what was what by that point. So you still follow through with that entire thing, because that was something that was actually being like alleged to act like. Friends of Jars were coming out and saying, you only wait to make a video until after community consensus is around. That's the only time you do it. Since that video also has such a bad like to dislike ratio, I might have to watch that one.
At 22 million views, this is the channel's most viewed video. The majority of the channel consists of characters from My Little Pony drawn in an animation loop matched up to music. These videos' titles almost always includes the words meme and the suggestion of 13+. Scootaloo Loves Sans, or Cinebear, published her most popular videos between 2017 and 2018 when she was around 14 years old. But what about the rest of her videos? While they are virtually all about characters dancing, some of them have grotesque themes. This is one she made in celebration for reaching 300 subscribers.
I'm curious what was in that now. I'm very curious. By the way, Sherry, I am jealous of you. I want to go to Florida.
Contains various renditions of a My Little Pony character being stripped of their lungs, eyes, arms, hands, the works. This is not a standalone video. This one is titled, Hey Juicy, Meme, plus 13, Trigger Warning, Kidnapping/Abuse.
Just the robot thought to defend this person after they were outed as a predator. What the literal hell? You know, there's some areas on YouTube that I just look at it and go like, you know, I'm happy I don't see this stuff. I'm really happy I don't. I kind of like being where I am, because this is some deranged stuff that I'm seeing here. Yeah, it might be cool that you do art like this, but you have problems. You have problems.
Then there's this one titled Caramel Dancin' 13+ Vet/Suicide Warning. While most videos are of anthropomorphic ponies, there are a few that place her human avatar as the focus of the video. This is one of her having a nightmare, in where the description reads, quote, just event/stress reliever/edgy flip-a-clip movie, IDK. I don't know what you guys want from me, but I'm sure it wasn't this. I'm sorry. Unquote. Cinebear is a masochist. She derives sexual pleasure from her own pain. But not just the pain, but the graphic nature of where the torture could lead. She has drawn herself split in half. The GIF on screen is a cleaner variant of the detailed one that cannot be shown. Her entries allude, perhaps.
Hey, boss, this weird. Can I touch your? Okay. Oh, Sherry, I also need a break from everyone, to be fair. But what the fuck? And this was something you thought you needed to defend. This is something that you thought you needed to defend. This is something that you thought you needed to defend.
Outright state the trauma she experienced as a child. Cindy's art, as well as relationship drama, has been the subject of controversy in the past. But in September of 2024, a Google Doc on Cindy began to gain traction. It spans 111 pages. It is largely inflated due to the screenshots involved. It begins by breaking down the two avenues Cindy would use to engage in sexual conversations with minors. One was her Discord server, and the second was Sock Gang, a Discord chat that the author of the doc participated in. Quote, I met Cindy around 2020 to 2021 due to me joining a friend group she happened to be part of. Me, Cindy, and a few others who were part of that friend group made a group chat together called Sock Gang to talk back and forth with one another. Unquote. The following pages contain Discord screenshots.
Oh, I never read this. I only heard about how, like, this document, 103 fucking pages long. Bros, I read through the Radia doc. I had to tap out from the Adora doc. By the way, hello there, Isaiah. We're reacting to a video on Just a Robot. I only heard about this. I'm so happy I wasn't reading docs at that point in time because I would have tapped out. 103 fucking pages. People need to learn how to make Google Docs. Okay? People need to learn how to make decent, concise Google Docs. Enough of these over-bloated 103-page Google Docs. Enough of these 90-some page Google Docs. I don't care. I don't care if it's filled with receipts and evidence and everything like that. Bros, get straight to the point. And I need to throw this at Kirsha. Darling, I love you. You're my Kamaoshi, okay? I love you. 113-page Google Docs, seriously?
Cindy engaging in sexual conversations. The names are censored, and the age is placed alongside the censored names. Cindy, in the first screenshot, is 18, talking about being horny in a church to two 15-year-olds. As seen on page 5, she would post her gore fetish art to the group. As for Cindy's Discord server, a server largely built from the reputation of her channel that advertised her videos as 13+, also had rules that users had to be 13 years or older. The author of the doc states, quote, these rules have not been changed or altered since 2021. I was actually the one who wrote these rules for the server when it first was created because I was a moderator. Unquote. On page 10 and 11 are screenshots of a moderator reinforcing the rules to not discuss sexual topics and a screenshot that shows rule number 4 of the server. Quote, no NSFW topics, art, or nude images under any circumstances. Unquote. Page 12 then contains a screenshot of Cindy posting her naked avatar with a sign that says lewd. The text next to her avatar reads, quote,
I just glitched out there. I don't know that it actually captured over on everything else. I'm just like, what? Jar thought to defend this. And Cloud, and Oshi is somebody you really like. That's one of your VTubers that you love the most, but your Kama Oshi is your number one. That's your number one, and Kirsha's still my number one.
Can't loot Cindy, I don't mind. Unquote. The author of the doc makes it clear that Cindy was both breaking her own rules and was 19 at the time she posted this in her server. She also posted the same gore art in the server that she posted on Sock Gang. The pages that follow depict many instances of Cindy encouraging sexual comments in her server with minors that have stated they are as such. Page 43 of the doc marks the beginning of several images of Cindy's fan comic of two original characters, Boy and Nightmare Sans. These are not of her creation, and the author of the doc goes into the turmoil between Cindy's sexualizing of these characters and the person who designed the characters being displeased with it. Starting page 91, the doc goes in depth in discussing Cindy's online sexual exchanges with an individual the author names O, who was around 2 years younger than Cindy, and they began texting frequently when Cindy was 19 and O was 17. On page 108 is the conclusion of this. Quote, Cindy sent a few messages to the commentary channel who made a video about the entire situation with O, and I'm going to end this document off with it for a reason. Unquote. The message that Cindy allegedly sent this commentary channel reads, quote, I am aware I shouldn't have been talking like that to a minor who I hadn't known for very long. I made a note to myself and my friends that I'm not going to talk to minors like that ever again. In fact, I'm going to refrain from making new friends with people under 18 years old. Unquote. The doc author closes with, quote, I understand that a lot of these were from 2022 through 2023 and it is now September of 2024. However, it has taken me a while to build up the courage to finally speak about all of this. Unquote.
On the wall. On the wall.
This was not an isolated incident, and it was not the only Google Doc released to expose Cindy. On September 15, 2024, a new Google Doc was released, the user of which goes by Eno. This doc is 188 pages, and like the
188 pages? People need to learn how to make Google documents. A max, let's say max 30 pages. They need to be 30 pages long. People can't read this shit. People can't read this. This is ridiculous. 30 pages. Max. If you go over that, I'm gonna hit you with a floppy chicken. That's what's gonna start happening here. People that make Google Docs longer than 30 pages deserve to get beat with a frickin' chicken. That's the only good thing I can give Niara here, is he made a Google Doc that was 11 pages.
One prior is largely inflated with screenshots. The previous doc covered Cindy's actions from 2021 through 2023, and it ended with her promising not to interact with minors. The events of this doc describe Enno's personal experiences with Cindy, which took place right after the events of 2023, as Enno reached out to Cindy, attempting to comfort Cindy with the controversy she was going through. Then, in February 2024, Cindy responds asking how old Enno is. Enno responds, stating they are 14 years old and knows that Cindy is not meant to talk to minors. Yet Cindy responds again, this time with, quote, cries, "Why are all the funny people children? Nah, I just don't want to become uber close with minors," unquote.
And yet she did.
Cindy was 20 years old at the time of sending that. Enno then posted a screenshot of a 4-hour-long call, claiming that they would talk for hours. By June, their conversations landed on sexual topics. Cindy would share her fetishes, such as the one where she wants to be sat on. Screenshots of the sort make up the majority of the doc. On page 92, there is a drawing of the character Boy engaging in sexual activity with Cindy's avatar.
You know, I heard of some of the stuff within that doc and some of the evidence that was there. And I was like, you know, I think I came to a realization that this person was a bad person. I never actually like dug into the doc or pulled up the doc myself and looked at the doc. I only heard like what people like Turkey Tom, I think Nicholas Diorio didn't. I don't think he did cover that one. If he did, I didn't see it. But what also freaking what's his name? Chud Logic said about the doc. And now I'm seeing some of the things that were in the doc, and I'm like, there's not enough whiskey in the world to cleanse my brain of hearing this. I'm just, you know, I'm seeing this, I'm hearing this, and I'm looking at this, and I can't help but think, just the robot thought that this was a good idea to defend.
And from pages 108 through 176 is a comic of the original character's Nightmare Sans being punished by the original character Boy. The plot and possibly intentions behind this comic are exposed on page 136. Quote, "Why are you doing this to me? Who are you? I'm glad you asked. I don't have a real name, but you can call me Boy." Boy? That's me. I'm a deity. My job is to protect those who can't protect themselves, namely children. Oh, that's right? Oh, heh, that look says it all. Yes, you're quite fond of kids, aren't you? No, wait, it's not like that. The context doesn't matter. I know what you did. Unquote. The final pages of the doc are more drawings of a sexual nature. Cindy has shown that she has acknowledged her actions. She has promised to not engage in conversations with minors, yet immediately did so. What's more, a third doc would come out. This time, the author claimed that they were 15 interacting sexually with Cindy while Cindy was 18, meaning this took place within the first doc's time frame. As where all this was leading to, Jack, also known as Birdie, a content creator and Cindy's at-the-time roommate, released a video titled, "My roommate groomed a 14-year-old. I need help."
Okay, I have to be...
Oh, Birdie's another insane individual in and of herself. I don't even know what to do there. That's special. That's special up the wazoo, bro. That is next level derangement there. That's a person that outright says everybody wants me to do work, and that's abuse. That, like, I could pull up some Birdie content. It is, these are all awful people involved in this thing. It's like all of you are just bad and I hate you all.
kind of quiet because Cindy is in the other room because she called in sick from work today. I'm like, this is like an emergency, but just trying to like spill my guts as fast as I can so that I can be safe and so that Cindy doesn't hurt anyone else.
Birdie advertises a GoFundMe, a fund not for the victim but for themselves to move out because they felt that they were in danger. This GoFundMe eventually raised $11,000. Birdie then speaks of how Cindy interacted with them.
You only got $11,000 to move out? Actually, that might be decent, but if memory serves, and again, this is memory serves, I don't remember all of this off the top of my head. I think they were living somewhere in like Missouri, I think. And if I believe it was Birdie convinced Cindy to go move in with Birdie, maybe in Missouri, and convinced Cindy to leave her entire family behind. There's a lot, like, guys, when I'm telling you this, there was layers to this controversy at drama. There was so many layers. This got deep. This got so deep. It was like, I'm sitting back and watching. It's like 1 minute I'm listening to Just a Robot defend these people. And the next minute I'm hearing that Cindy and Birdie are fighting over who gets to keep a cat.
I also consented to her like touching my boobs And like, I guess like this stuff is fine because I consented to it, but there's stuff that she did that I didn't consent to. Like, she would often poke me like in the ass or like on my crotch and like make jokes about fingering me, and like I told her not to do this and I said no multiple times, and I would even like scream when she did it, but she did it even as recently as like a few nights ago, I think.
Also included in the video is a statement from Eno.
But honestly, I can't help but feel regret, knowing that I did something that could impact her, and what this will do to her channel and the people around her.
The last segment of the video contains a secretly recorded confrontation that Birdie had with Cindy.
It's not a mistake, like, you can't just accidentally send a 14-year-old porn.
No, no, you can't.
You groomed them. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What you did was grooming. You have been inappropriate with me too.
Wait, how?
You know how I told you not to like poke me in the butt or like on my crotch, and you still do it?
Oh, Wait, do I do it in the crotch, really?
Like, I don't know, sometimes. You still make jokes about like fingering me and stuff, and you asked me to sit on your face that one time. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Cindy. I don't want to live with you anymore.
Oh my god.
I don't feel safe here anymore after learning what happened. Dude, I was fucking crying my eyes out earlier when I found out what you did.
Listen, okay? I hear, like, this all feels very dramatic and like, oh my god, I can't believe City did this. Jack's no saint in any of this. Like, all this stuff, all these people were awful. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, I can't believe City did this. No, you are all awful. I hate everybody in this thing. You're all vile individuals. I can't believe that any of this, like, all these people were god-awful and some of the worst individuals on the face of the earth. You sit over there, eat your popcorn, and just watch the fire of awful people being awful to each other. That's all you should do on this one. Don't take a side here. Just sit back, crack open a beer, pour yourself some scotch, do whatever, eat some popcorn, and watch this shit just burn. That's the correct answer in all of this.
Jack, please. It broke my heart, Cindy, that you would do that.
Birdie's video does not end there, but with an animation they were working on just to not have the work go to waste. An animation where Birdie and Cindy's avatar are pole dancing. Then, Cindy Bear's video was shortly uploaded after Birdie's, in where she admits to grooming.
I'm sorry to everyone I've ever made uncomfortable with my sexual content. I'm sorry to the victim I groomed.
About 2 weeks later, Cindy stated that she wanted to kill Birdie and then uploaded another video. Now, she was stating that she was not a groomer and that she made that video under duress. She also states she heard Birdie recording their exposed video and details what happened after, which is that her and Birdie went to Panera, and while waiting for food, Cindy broke down in tears as she knew Birdie was soon moving out.
He got a Red Bull, I got food too, but my stomach was in knots and I couldn't eat anything. We watched Rick and Morty while we ate, and I remember asking if we could try finishing Rick and Morty before he left, and he said that sounded like a good idea. I laid in bed with him, and he showed me funny videos, but I just kept crying.
With Birdie moving out, one of the cats they had went with him.
Mind you, Birdie is trans, that's why they're saying him.
Cindy was not pleased with this, which turned into a debacle of attempting to get what she believed to be her cat back. Only that Birdie had left the cat in the care of someone else. Cindy later recorded and uploaded her unsuccessful attempt to get the cat back.
Hello. I'm here for my cat.
No.
What do you mean no?
Cynthia, you're not allowed here.
What do you mean?
Cynthia, go home.
Your father let me inside.
Yeah.
Where's my cat?
This recording ends with Cindy getting kicked out.
Okay, I'm till 911 then. Go. Get. Go.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Go.
Go. Just go. Just go.
Fuck you.
And thank you.
You have until the 25th.
Cindy was not very pleased with Birdie, and she was not the only one. Birdie was also receiving flack for the lengthy history of acting erratically online. This is a screenshot of a message Birdie sent to a 13-year-old while Birdie was 16. Quote, "I think you're pretty mature for your age. That's one of the reasons I've considered you as a viable option for a partner." Unquote. Birdie does not regard this as grooming and even blames the 13-year-old forcing the relationship upon them.
These are all vile people. Nobody here is a good person. Everybody here is a monster. There is no defending anybody here. Mind you, what you just heard about Birdie saying the 13-year-old was throwing this on to me, that's not the first time Birdie has said something similar to that. I'm not even joking. Birdie, last I knew, doesn't even have a GED because she doesn't want to actually do the work to do math. And she finds it to be abusive. Like, there's derangement on next levels here. I find it so beautiful to watch the fires burn all around them.
Exactly 5 days after said breakup, I was asked out by my former friend Draggy, who was 13. I was 16, and it was my responsibility as the older person to turn them down, but because of the mental state I was in, I was unable to make the right decision.
While it can
What did I just hear? But because of the mental state I was in, I was unable to make the right decision. No, that doesn't make any sense. That all sounds deranged. You are a monster just like City. Everybody here is awful. You think Mr. Robot defended City because he wanted to smash her? No. Oh, Cloud. Oh, Cloud, yes. There's evidence to support that opinion. There's evidence. I don't know if June gets into it. There's evidence to support that. Like, there's no heroes in this. There's only awful people.
He disputed whether or not this was grooming. In Birdie's eyes, their relationship with a 14-year-old when they were 12 was grooming.
I know a few of you are probably going to say this as some sort of counter-argument, so I'd like to acknowledge it. The age gap wasn't, like, huge. I was 12 and she was 14. But, like, let's not get caught up in the logistics of grooming. I am not misusing the word. I can confidently say that this is what this was.
There is also the ferret event. This is only the tip of the iceberg behind Birdie's lore.
I've heard about the ferret event with Birdie. I don't remember quite a lot of it, but it was not... That's not safe for work at all, what was going on with the ferret.
But this story is not about Birdie or even Cinny.
I know about the ferret. Yeah, my roommate came in and he said, "Did you hear about the ferret?" And I just said, "Yes, I know about the ferret."
Jar was dead set on making a video on Cinny.
I also fully edited the previous version, where it was like more bashing her.
His first draft was done. It was fully edited, but not uploaded as Jar was displeased with how it came out. Additionally, there was a creator in defense of Cinny whose arguments piqued Jar's interest.
Point is, I saw Kumo defending Cinny, and a lot of his arguments seemed pretty convincing to me.
Jar speaks of being indecisive. Yet at this time, in late September, 2 Google Docs on Cinny had been released. Nearly 300 pages of evidence were out there. While Jar at most scrolled through these, he did not go through the entirety of the lengthy documentation. Rather, he reached out to Cinny and was crafting a video that appeared to be in her favor. There are many possible explanations as to why Jar would handle a live grenade, some of which can be explained by his time online, because his confidence comes from the DeviantArt days to his experiences with the art community, and the arrogance that came with surviving through it.
I've won almost every single drama I've been in, even when I was on the losing side.
This is from the video Jar made on Cinny. He brings forward the belief that he wins the conflicts he's involved in, though does not consider those to not hold much weight. There are conflicts about if Pokemon can destroy the world, or conflicts about individuals misrepresenting another's intentions. They are often esoteric, small, and innocuous. Carefully considered and crafted arguments hardly matter in this context. But when dealing with something as serious and prevalent as an accused predator, it calls for a far more serious approach. This is something Jar failed to do, and not just in terms of research as would be revealed.
If this is the case, if I did have sexual interest with Cinny, actually no, that doesn't work because it didn't last long enough.
Before the Discord messages,
I 100% think he had sexual interest in City. I 100% will die on that hill. I'm not even gonna lie, I think he did.
Between Jar and Cinny were leaked. Jar's entire, fully edited video in defense of Cinny was leaked online on October 12, 2024 by a creator known as Kumo. This was leaked to Kumo by someone known as Goblin, and Goblin got that video from the source.
This was the first time I ever asked Goblin to look over something for me. This was actually the first time I ever interacted with her. I didn't think she would send it to Kumo after I explicitly told her, don't show it to anyone.
Jar, as he claims, uploaded an earlier version to match the leak in a panic. With Jar's video uploaded, the world will never know what his refined video on Cinny could have been, as this rough draft took its place. A rough draft that was immediately poorly received. It is important to note that Jar, even with this draft of the video, did not go through the entirety of the Google Docs on Cinny, yet was making statements throughout the video insinuating that he did.
There was something about the Cinny Bear situation that didn't feel right. I'll give you two options. You can take the blue pill and just believe the mainstream opinion about Cinny, or you can take the red pill, and I can show you just how deep this rabbit hole goes. Unfortunately, the doc is so long that most people didn't look at it in its entirety, and if they did, they didn't look at it very carefully.
But Jar, the document had all the proof. I mean, look how many pages it had. All that evidence must prove that Cinny's a groomer, right?
Well, actually no. There's not one shred of evidence that Cinny groomed anyone.
You didn't even read the document, and you put this in your rough draft. Bro, you didn't even read the document. This is your rough draft. Again, it should have seen the light of day, but why the hell are you even recording this if you haven't even read it yet?
Just testimony.
While these insinuate that Jar went through the entirety of the docs, later in the video he outright states he did, which is a lie.
After going through both of these massive documents in their entirety, I realized that they're just full of nothing. Oh no, Sunny drew a picture of her character in a sexy outfit. Oh no, Sunny said I like big butts, I cannot let you a minor.
To clarify, did you read that whole doc? Like, did you read, or I know that you didn't read the whole doc, but did you get to the end of that doc?
What happened? No.
Okay.
What happened at the end?
There are other elements.
I read through the whole doc. Did you read through it all? No. Wonder why this blew up in your face.
In this video that are perplexing, such as Jar discussing creator Power Cynical's accusations and trying to draw parallels as to why Cinny should be forgiven. And then there are also edits of Jar and Cinny in the setting of the casting couch.
Do you mind if I begin?
Am I being recorded?
Actually, sure, I'll ask that. Would you be okay if I record you?
I guess it should be fine.
Okay.
There's also Jar calling it a red flag that Cinny admitted to what she did.
The first big red flag to me was how quickly Cinny admitted to grooming. When it comes to groomers, they never do that.
Even worse is the framing of these two events.
But the thing is, as far as I'm aware, Cinny wasn't hitting on this 17-year-old. She was just cooming with them. Now I
Cinny, who is 19 years old, was just cooming with a 17-year-old. Bro is in denial. Cloud, bro is idiot. Bro here, robot here is idiot extraordinaire. Dude, the amount of things I heard about Just the Robot, I can't believe this man even knows how to breathe.
You know what some of you are gonna say? Well, we're not saying she groomed a 14-year-old to get with them. She just groomed a 14-year-old to be more comfortable with conversations like this so she could coom. Don't get me wrong, I thought that at first, but it turns out that the minor was the one being inappropriate first, and she
This is his rough draft.
kept on pestering Cinny to talk about stuff like this.
That was so fucking stupid. Like, oh, the minor made it sexual first. I don't know why I fucking said that. That was like so victim blamey, and I regret saying that. That was the dumbest shit I ever said.
On October 13th, with content of Jar and his exploits in demand, or Jartent for short, creator Chud Logic, with the leaked Cinny Bear and Jar Discord conversations in hand, went through them in a livestream.
I'll give you a list of questions in text that I'll be asking in the call so you can get ready with answers for when I ask them, I guess if you want to. And then he literally just sends the questions.
The DMs between Jar and Cinny start off unassuming. The rest were nothing of the sort.
I just fucking looked up. Oh my fucking god, dude. There's no way. Want to see my cock? And it's a joke. What is going on, dude? This is like absurd. Each new revelation is more absurd than the last.
There's so much. There's so much revelations. It was beautiful. I love Jartent. Okay, I know that's a Chud Logic thing. I love Jartent. Anybody that puts out Jartent, I must consume because it's so deranged. Guys, I listened to the man do a fucking voice call with some other deranged people, and he somehow came out the worst person. I love this dude.
Cinny, I know it sucks, everything you're going through. You just want it to be over. You want me to finish up my video as soon as possible. But it's better I get this right than fast. I just don't want you to deal with this anymore, and if I take my time with it...
Bro, he's admitting, dude, he
outright admits to Cinny that I'm making a video in your defense and it's gonna save the world. It's gonna make everything good. He admits to it. Like, I don't know what he was expecting for this. He wants to say that was his rough draft and we never saw his magnum opus. I'm sorry, I think that was the actual video.
He is admitting that he's crafting a video to defend them specifically.
There was an apparent conflict of interest. Jar was not going into this to investigate, but alleviate the burden on Cinny. A motivation for Jar was assumed based off messages such as this one.
Cats.
To add to the absurd...
Bro was down bad. Yes, he was, Cloud. Yes, he was. Bro wanted to pa. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to pa.
Were Star Wars quotes and sleepy time calls.
Thank you again for trying to help me. I do or do not. There is no try. Oh, it's for...
Oh, I forgot about the sleepy time calls. The moment I hope they go into this. Sleepy time calls, according to Just the Robot, were calls that he has with people to help him fall asleep. It would be his best friends that he would call. He would sit on Discord calls with them till he fell asleep. Or it would be his roommates. He would call his roommate till he fell asleep. I'm gonna be a gooner, but I never defend Cloud, yes.
It's from Star Wars Episode 5 of the OG trilogy. Let's find out. I just need someone to chat with as I drift off to sleep. You can say no.
As shown below, this call did happen and lasted 28 minutes. It is arguable that Jar did not act entirely professional with Cinny.
What's up, I'm at work right now.
Alright, Mamacita, I'll hit you up when I get home.
Chud Logic was able to get Jar to speak to him live. Initially, they discussed the video and why Jar's semantics throughout it appeared as a defense of Cinny.
You're also trying to fucking lawyer about the meaning of the word grooming, and I'm saying it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether or not it's grooming. This behavior is so egregious that all you do when you talk about and argue about whether or not it's grooming is you give the implication that you're defending this person, even if you're claiming that you're not.
I 100% get that. I really should have looked through my video more.
About halfway through the one-on-one confrontation, Chud questions Jar about his motivations with Cinny.
Maybe I do have sexual interest in Cinny. I mean, I'm a straight guy, come on. So I'm going to walk back on that, but I have a girlfriend. I'm not, what part of the logs would you like to go over with me?
I have a girlfriend, but maybe I did have sexual interest. I'm a straight man. Bro, you wanted to pa. You wanted her to bounce on it crazy style, Dio. That's what you wanted. You wanted that casting couch. Ugh. I can't believe there's no way Cloud, your ex, would have you do sleepy time calls. No, I'm never doing a sleepy time call.
And you say, I presume it's some sort of joke, want to see my cock. In fact, I'll tell you what. And then you send a picture of a chicken, of a rooster, of some sort.
That's my humor.
Okay. Do you think it's appropriate to joke about sending a picture of your penis to someone who you're interviewing who's accused of grooming an individual?
No, it is not appropriate. If I was doing that to maybe Cloud, who's a friend, if I was doing it to somebody else who's a friend, maybe that'd be funny, okay? You know, you want to see my dick pic and I should send a picture of Dick Grayson. Stuff like that. Never to somebody who I'm interviewing or asking a legitimate question to. You never do that. That's deranged. That doesn't make any sense. We can have a discussion about, hey, maybe being nice, cordial, or friendly, but there is a boundary. Once the video's done, maybe you could do it later, but until then, nah.
Absolutely not.
So why did you do it?
It's just my humor.
The conversation eventually leads to the sleepy time call.
I like to chat to people on my phone as I fall asleep. It's not a romantic thing at all.
Jar goes on to claim that he has sleepy time calls with anyone, including his roommates, as they help him fall asleep. The story, more and more so, is becoming less about Cinny, less about Jar's video on Cinny, and then more just about Jar in general because it was now being revealed that interactions like these were common with Jar.
Yo, you're all good. You can finish it up tomorrow, in fact. Yeah. What a cute little pussy.
I'm remembering when I first heard these things. I'm remembering when I was first going through the Jar tent. And I'm like, bro, I'm having flashbacks. It's like my Vietnam. I wish I was making content on this back then. I wish I was, because it was so fucking messed up. That was peak content. That was beautiful content right then. There's so many funny moments that were going down because of this nonsense.
That was a voice note of Jar left in response to a thumbnail artist after she sent a gif of a cat, brought forward by creator FPS Diesel, who was live with Chud Logic and Jar.
Like, I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there.
Jar's statements were not entirely convincing.
No, that is not true. I have no interest in Cinny. I haven't even seen a picture of their face.
About 2 minutes after that statement, Jar says this.
So, I mean, you see a hot cartoon character. I mean, I've admitted that Data Animations' cartoon is pretty hot. I swear I had no romantic interest in Cinny. I swear.
Listen, you see a hot cartoon character. I've admitted Jaded Animations is pretty hot. What? Snow is speaking Finnish.
Where?
Photos of Cinebarrow3 were making the rounds online, chiefly this one where she has a bloody nose. Though Jar contends what he did was not out of attraction, he has had a history of being infatuated with female avatars, rather one avatar in particular.
Porn centered around real people, like Jaden Animations. Both WolfieChew and Jaden don't like.
It's actually interesting how people who weren't on the internet back then or saw glimpses tell wild stories. Bro was running for life. Dudes. It's pretty clear we're about to get into the Jaden Animation stuff. I already told you Jar has a fart fetish. He commissioned art of Jaden Animations farting on him.
Porn being drawn of their characters. No, I will say that, embarrassingly, Jaden Animations is kind of my YouTube crush. Of course, she's way out of my league, and I'm not talking about the real her, I'm talking about her cartoon character. Now, to be fair, her avatar is quite attractive.
Her avatar doesn't have a nose. And no real features outside of pink shirt, long hair, earrings. Like, you what? Her avatar is quite attractive. What? Okay.
And so is WolfieChew's. But should we really?
I have to. What?
Now, to be fair, her avatar is quite attractive, and so is WolfieChew's.
You know, when it comes to the lolly debate, I try to stay out of it and everything like that, you know, because I think like individuals like Saba, I think they are cute. I think they are wonderful, and I like watching their content. Same with Henya. I would never say they're attractive. I would never say, yeah, I like how they look. Oh, yeah. No, I'd say they're cute. They bring a smile to my face. When you say they're attractive and they have an avatar like this on here, it's like, bro, I'm wondering why people thought you were a pedo. Jaden avatar or not is beautiful. I'm not a fan of I don't think Jaden's avatar is beautiful. I think it's just cool. That's about it.
But should we really be drawing porn of people if they don't want us to draw porn of them?
Yes. You should not be drawing prawn of somebody if they ask you not to draw prawn of them. If they're being very nice, you cannot do it. But the thing is, people are still going to do it. That's the catch-22. You have to go out there and say, I don't want this to happen, but you have to then accept that it's probably going to happen.
That was from a video titled, Should We Draw Porn of Someone's Characters If They Don't Want Us To? And this was from a 2024 Google Doc. Quote, I am 21 now, but I joined his server when I was 17. I was a big fan of Jar. Every Tuesday, he would join his VC for his announcement, or chat with his fans. I joined the VC and wanted to ask him for an art role since I greatly enjoy drawing and modeling. He then makes a joke in a public voice call, drawing his OC violating stuff to Jaden Animations. The people in the call started freaking out before he asked my age. I said I was 17. He then tried to backtrack and ask for a drawing of Jaden lifting her shirt in a sexy pose. This means he continued requesting me to draw this for him and to give me the art role. He sent me a link in my DMs to a Google search, Jaden Animation Porn. I thought this was okay and drew it for him the next day. Unquote. This took place in 2021. The author of the doc also shared a video recording of the Discord messages with Jar. In here, Jar states, quote, Thanks so much, OMG, you made porn of Jaden for me. Unquote. The doc author responds,
I remember this stuff. I remember this stuff. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're probably gonna hit the fart fetish.
Quote, Yeah, I was 17 at the time and wanted to get that robot art role. Unquote. Jar did not respond directly to that message.
I didn't know how to respond to that because, well, I didn't have any interest in this person. I thought not checking someone's age before having them draw, even something that could be put into a thumbnail, could be seen as questionable.
The evidence shows that you ended up asking for that person's name. They just wanted a role, and it kind of looks like you pressured them into doing this and you never gave them the role. Holy shit.
The doc includes the images in question. Due to the softcore nature of the image, Jar believes it was for a thumbnail but does not remember the specifics.
Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't ask for that because, like, I mean, it's clearly something that could be put in a thumbnail. I don't think you can put something like that in a thumbnail. That's one thing I really hate about accusations like this. They say you did this, and it's like, well, I can't prove a negative.
Going back to the Discord logs, Jar does refer to it as porn instead of a thumbnail. There are also these images from the author speaking to someone else that was allegedly in that call that corroborated that Jar did request a pornographic image of Jaden.
Hey, but no, I wanted them to be thumbnails. I can't prove a negative. You called them porn. I'm blind. I'm dyslexic. I'm stupid. I can't read. Bro, you get cornered and you try to weasel away when it's like, but you did it. No, I did it. No, I did it. But you did it. No, I did it. It was for a thumbnail. No.
This was posted by creator Given Ant that also interviewed the author of the doc. There are more screenshots like this one of Jar sending fart fetish art. The user in the screenshot alleges that this was sent to them when they were 15 years old and that Jar knew of their age. But there is far more to Jar's history than this. On October 22nd, 2022, creator...
Oh, the Cope and Seed stuff. Oh, the Cope and Seed stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy we're getting into this. Oh, yeah, brother.
Cope and Seed premiered a near hour-long video on Jar.
I watched this video. Peak content.
This contained an interview with him, where many others corroborated his habits and actions. The first segment is about Jar's racist comments, Jar saying the N-word, doing blackface, and the outro song from his old videos.
Oh, so your thumbnail maker is either a racist white person or a according to you. I decided to reveal my true colors. I, just a robot, am in fact black.
As for Jar's old outro song that was believed...
Like all that other stuff, I did have a problem with. This, I can't believe you admit to this. I can't believe you admit to this.
...to be directly inspired by the Hymn of the Republic, it turns out Jar had a different inspiration.
Just the robot marches on.
And before you say, hey Beckett, that's just the Battle Hymn of the Republic, what are you talking about, bro? It was noted by several sources that this rendition bears a striking similarity to the rendition in American History X.
Juba, juba, ju, the white man marches on.
Oh no, that's perfectly understandable, and that is accurate. And when I heard that racist rendition of it, I thought, oh, I'm going to make my own rendition of this song.
You know, Jar lies about some pretty obvious lies. And then we get to something where it's like, it's an easy lie. It's an easy lie. Make up a bunch of bullshit on just say it was the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Just make it up. Just make it up. Lie about it. Don't admit to it. Just lie about it. You know, you lie about to ask that person for porn. You lie about this. You lie about that. But this one, where it's an easy layup lie, it's an easy layup lie. You just admit to it, and it's like, bro. How can you be? This is an easy layup lie. This is a lie where you're like, no, it's the Battle Hymn of the Republic. I've never even seen American History X. Just say that. There's no way to disprove you at that point in time. Just say it.
The next section of the video is titled Sex Pest. While it does not include the Jaden accusations, as that was only being explored during this period, it does bring light to a lesser spoken event and paints a picture of how often Jar makes these sorts of comments.
Jar asking about women's pussies is nothing new. He did it all the time when we would BC, like, oh god, back when Peaches was still around. He used to ask us all sorts of inappropriate shit, and people kind of just rolled their eyes, and it was like, it's just Jar, he's too stupid to be a problem, so like, just roll with the punches.
While there already is a fair number of documented events of this sort of thing happening with Jar, there are few events of people interacting with him in person. That's where VidCon 2023 comes in. To preface this, creator Spotter was in hot water for their own controversy. Creators like Jar were covering this. However, Jar's original thumbnail implied the events were far worse than they seemed. I was just looking to get a cupcake is a reference to the exposed pedophile creator EDP445 saying this.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
With Jar implying Smokter's crimes were as grievous as EDP's through the thumbnail, creators in this community messaged Jar displeased about it.
The fallout from this thumbnail was actually pretty significant, and it's become its own little bit of Jar lore within the art commentary community. It actually even ended his friendship with another creator who goes by Harley. But personally, I think the far more interesting story is the fallout that occurred during VidCon. Jar begins by making it clear his intentions are to talk about the current drama. Mally...
Oh, this is beautiful. I'm retarded, but not this retarded. It's this Cloud. Oh, Cloud. This is some of the best. This whole thing here, the whole Mally malware and all that. This was. I don't know if June the King's gonna get the VC in which Jar's roommate shows up. I might have to do that in another thing on this, just because you guys need it. I might put that in here after I get done with the recording. You need to know how deranged this stuff was getting.
He is not very receptive to that. However, when she refuses a VC, Jar makes the very sensible move of suggesting they meet up for drinks and then possibly going to his hotel room.
Jar's messages to creator Mally Malware read, quote, "We could talk in person at VidCon, just me and you over drinks. Maybe you could come to my hotel room with my lol JK," unquote. Mally responds, quote, "No way. I'm not going to spend VidCon time on that sort of thing. I want to focus on holiday stuff," unquote. Prior to these messages earlier that month were messages of Jar stating, quote, "Nice. Can't wait for you to see how buff I am," unquote, which he got no response to.
Jar's pleas for meeting up become even more desperate, at one point saying he wouldn't threaten or berate her for not getting in a VC with him.
Mally and others corroborate that they felt uncomfortable with Jar and tried to enjoy the event while still being on the lookout for him. One of these creators was Ponder Sprocket, who had an interaction with Jar.
Ponder would be approached by
this is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Jar, who she did not recognize. They'd have a quick conversation, during which he'd mention he was also a YouTuber. When she asked, "Oh, what's your channel?" he responded, "Just a robot," gripped her hand tightly, and then laughed manically while walking away.
Side note, it has been corrected by a different creator that Jar did not laugh maniacally.
But one thing is for certain.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you.
Upon hearing the name Just a Robot, Ponder exclaimed, "Oh God," and tried to pull away.
The kicker is he did it again this year. But another 3.
Another 2 of our friends, yeah.
There are many instances where Jar mishandles social situations outside of the ones that involve sexual comments. A reason for this could be his autism.
No, I want to make this clear. I'm not using this as an excuse, but just as an explanation. I'm not saying this completely means what I'm doing is okay. But not only do I have autism and dyslexia, so the communication between people, especially through text, is horrible. But on top of that, I was pretty much homeschooled all my life, so I didn't really get to interact with people.
Jar goes on to describe how he's lost jobs because of this sort of thing, and that he eventually would stop interacting with coworkers altogether. The final sections of the video covers the somewhat dichotomous nature of Jar, an overly confident drama tuber that wins all of his conflicts against the reality of everything shown in the video.
The reason that Just a Robot has been involved in so many fucking dramas is because as a drama is nearing its end, what Jar will do is jump in waving his banner saying, "Don't worry guys, Just a Robot's here," when the battle is already won. And the only way Jar has been able to continue this grift is by parroting the takes that have already won the day. Which is exactly what happened in the Cinebear drama, by the way. Just a Robot saw Chud Logic covering it and laughing at Birdie and assumed that meant public opinion was turning. And then he just simply stole Kumu's opinions. Unfortunately,
I agree, bro. Being autistic is no excuse on any of this. But this is, dude, what he's saying right here. Okay, you know, like, hey, once the battle's won, I'm gonna wave the flag and join them and everything like that. I saw that Cinder video. I might have to review that Cinder video from Jar. Okay, I know it's a 3-month-old video. I might have to review it. But if it's like, oh, well, this is super simple, easy, a week later, after everybody pretty much covered it within like 2 days, yeah, I'm willing to bet you did the exact same tactics there. I am willing to bet you $1,000 he did it. That's bullish. Dermy is autistic and dyslexic, and he sure as shit isn't a pedo. No. He's talking about being dyslexic and autistic in another way. Yeah, I'm no pedo. Okay, I'm no pedo. Pedos belong on a wall.
Fortunately for him, Kumu's opinions on the topic were fucking retarded.
Copenseed ties Jar's overconfidence and the shield he's had to the various egregious, easily disprovable false allegations made on him over the course of his time online.
Jar's history includes some of the most insane false allegations I have ever seen, including in one instance a grooming accusation against a niece who does not exist.
What were the Fluffy Turbo allegations?
Fluffy Turbo and Chaos 55T came out of hiding to make up false allegations about Jar grooming and sexually abusing his
That's why I'm a Pedro, not a Pietro.
Niece who doesn't exist.
As has been shown throughout this video, Jar always gravitates to drama content, partly because he enjoys it and thought he was good at it.
I guess I convinced myself I was good at it because I was like, I made it that far in drama content. Maybe it is my calling. And, I'm not gonna lie, drama content can be kind of fun.
Another aspect is Jar's venture.
Oh, I'll fully admit it. Drama content is fun. Drama content is amazingly fun. But you're not. You know what? Jar is great at drama content. He 100% gets everybody else more engagement than himself.
Nature. This is where Cope and Seeth plays a clip from a different interview.
Deep down, Jar is deeply, deeply vengeful.
Every time I go to bed and I'm about to fall asleep, I just feel angry about sometimes things that have happened 10 years ago, and sometimes I feel like revenge is the only thing that keeps me going.
I asked Jar to expand on that statement.
I do have a habit of holding grudges, and I want to make this clear because I didn't make it clear the first time. I don't hold grudges against like someone who just called me something mean in a comment section. That's not who I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with people who spread around like serious allegations about me or about people I know.
By the end of October, Jar had...
So all the people that aren't screwing around with you, but could potentially screw around with you, you hold grudges over them and are like, they're evil, even though I haven't done anything yet, they're evil. Dude, you need therapy. Like, I don't know. I know, the happy grass is not a good idea to be given to autistic individuals and people like that. There's actually science and studies to support that fact. You need something to, like, ease your nerves. You need to talk to somebody. There's some serious shit wrong with you there. You need, like, deep help.
The full interview between him and Cinny. This mirrored Jar's Discord messages with her.
What you did was bad. Very bad. If you better thank your vagina. If you had a pee-pee, you would be, oh man, you would not.
I forgot about this. It was like, wait, what was this? Oh, this was the actual call between the two of them. Oh, I can't believe that. I forgot all about this, and I'm listening to this like, you better thank your vagina. This is all coming back to me. June, please tell me you bring up Jar openly saying he was going to get Chud Logic to look over all this stuff to corroborate he did good. Please tell me you have that. Oh.
Be good for you if you had a PB.
I'm public enemy number 1 now, so like, I can't make videos, I can't draw, I have no friends, so like, what do I even do with my time?
Boom.
Also on display.
I forgot about this. I completely forgot about this whole thing. What do I do with all my free time? Goon. I love my buddy Cloud. He's a good buddy of mine and everything like that. He's a gooner. I'm not going to tell him to goon his free time. That's disturbing. Who the hell tells people to do that in their free time? Oh, I have all this free time on my hands. What should I do? Goon. No, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. Even as a joke. That's a bad idea.
It was Jar's arrogance, calling the audience stupid, claiming he has files upon files on his opposition like Batman.
And I'm guessing you didn't fully grasp what the word groomer meant, right?
I think anyone who was watching my videos might be able to discern that, because
if you could be so lucky, do you know how dumb these people are? So, do you know about the DC comic Tower of Babel?
I don't.
Batman's computer gets hacked by, I believe, Ra's al Ghul, and basically Batman on his computer had a file called Tower of Babel, and in that file was a bunch of folders on each of the Justice League members with like a list of all of their weaknesses and how to take them down. Yeah, I have that, but for ArtCC people.
This confidence
You're insane.
Was juxtaposed to the reality of Jar's incompetence, a running theme in videos covering him, especially with the inexplicable comments he makes.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's not important.
I'm telling you right now, I forgot about this call, and I paused that at just like the perfect time. I'm going back a little bit just so you guys get, you heard that right.
Curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's not important right now.
Why bring it up at all? And why does he have to be Italian, bro? Once I kissed an Italian. That's very descriptive. That's a little bit too descriptive. You could just say what. You know what? You never even say that. You never admit to that. You just don't. Don't admit to it. Don't admit to it. Just leave it alone. Don't admit to it. I don't know why you bring it up. And then even then, you get very descriptive with it. You know, just the mention of that he's an Italian guy. It's like, wow, that's very, pointing out some information. Why do you have to do that part?
But after this, I need to go for a little bit because I need to take a dump.
Sure.
Also forgot about that one. That because it was so weird that it was like, wait, what did he just say? Oh yeah, he opened on a recorded thing. He just openly says, "Hey, I have to go for a little bit because I got to take a dump." Don't know why you had to add it, but at the same time, that was a legitimate thing that you had to say.
Yeah. Okay. So it might just be gas.
Dude, you don't have to. It's just like everything that comes to his mind, he just has to say.
I have a girlfriend. I love her to death. She was 90 pounds when I met her, and she's just so amazing.
Why say that she's 90 pounds? Why was that important? Why was that relevant to the discussion at all?
Oh, she was 90 pounds. What the fuck?
So I'm at the pool, just relaxing. 16-year-old girl shows up in her bikini. I realize I have to get the fuck out of there right now because, like, I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to daydream. I'm going to look in her general direction, and then suddenly a situation is going to happen. So I realize.
I'm starting to remember all the derangedness. It's coming back to me. And I feel the exact same way I was feeling when I was first going over all this stuff, where it's like, just like jaw dropping. I can't believe I just heard what I heard. I'm just like, it's flowing over me. And it's like, no, somebody didn't actually just say that. Listen, like, guys, I'm autistic, okay? I'm really autistic, and I'm dyslexic. All the things Jar is. I'm not saying that. Even when I'm drunk, I'm at least cautious enough to know what not to say. No.
Like, whenever I see a 16-year-old girl in a bikini while I'm at the pool, I'm like, whoop, time to go home.
That was an accidental pause. I'm laughing because I don't know what else to do.
For that last clip, Jar has given the context that he was fearful out of paranoia and not because of lust.
I try to avoid.
No, paranoia. Okay, but why would you look at the 16-year-old and think immediately paranoia? What's the fear? Like, the only logical thing is lust. I'm sorry, the only logical thing is lust.
The situation. I wasn't attracted to her. Nothing like that. I just got out of the water.
It is no surprise that the many enemies Jar has made through his time online are jumping on the opportunity to trounce him, especially when he's made comments such as these in the past. Quote, "I can make a video and put them all 6 feet under." Unquote. Jar has left voice notes with similar spirit.
To give you some perspective, I responded to Doodle Tones roughly over half a decade ago. I was a little guy back then. She's still receiving harassment to this day. Mal, I understand you're new to being a public figure. Everything you say and do, well, it will be brought up. You're not a small person anymore. What you say has consequences. I've been in plenty of dramas before, all of which I've won, and I've heard the same lines over and over and over again. You guys do not understand how much I've been pulling my punches.
While Jar's current situation...
Oh, Mal was the one to have the last laugh there. I'll give her that. She had the last laugh because, god damn it, this whole thing was hilarious.
Did bring catharsis to those that had long-standing displeasure with him. The resulting fallout of all this created a mix of mockery and frustration towards Jar. In January 2025, he uploaded a video that included an apology and gave his side of the story for a multitude of claims against him.
I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I fucked up. I really dropped the ball in this situation. I can't even say that I was manipulated or enabled to get involved with the cine drama, because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless. When Himple Hamilton explained this to me, that was the moment everything hit me. Oh my god, I can't believe what I have done, and I'm so sorry for it. I should have done better research.
The top comments in this video are also a mix of mockery and frustration. Many comments citing not only his video in defense of Cine, but also the elements around it, such as his lack of research and lack of professionalism. And though Jar claims he
Bro, you wanted to fuck her. You wanted to fuck her. Don't even lie. You wanted to fuck her.
was not flirting with her, the commenters do not seem to believe it. At the time of writing, Jar has only posted a single video on his channel after this one explaining that his channel was shortly hacked. Likely due to a lack of uploads and the fallout of the Cine video, Jar's main channel is getting less than 100,000 views a month, with Social Blade only showing a loss of subscribers since December of 2023. This is a result of arrogance and ego. An inflated ego that has been fed year after year of surviving petty squabbles that hardly required research or professionalism. Jar was not prepared to handle a story that had weight to it, and thus was crushed by it.
And there's, oh man, there's June's socials. I wish he had a better outro than just this. Guys, I love June the King videos almost as much as I like Rima. Actually, no, I like them better than Rima videos. I like these are videos that you can just watch and do other stuff while doing anything else. But bros, June just scratched the surface. Like, he did go in depth there. I'm not gonna lie, he went in depth there. It is a good encapsulation of the Just the Robot drama. And obviously, I think if he just said, like, as of writing this, his channel's essentially gone. I'm gonna take a look. No, I don't know when you were writing that, unless you were talking about another video that I'm unaware of. But his channel's right here. Organized Chaos doesn't understand Just a Robot. That's a year ago. Unless maybe you were talking about his other channel, because this one has like this. Froken did nothing wrong. What the hell? What? I don't know. The abortion political spectrum. What the fuck? Like, he's still, this is from 3 months ago, but I don't know if he's still making, unless this might be his second channel that I'm not aware of, but as it stands, it is what it is. Just Robots content was that, all that was just beautiful. You'll never know how beautiful that truly was unless you were there. And I might have to go hunt down the whole voice call that he was a part of, because guys, that's peak content right there. That's peak entertainment. Some of the greatest laughs I've ever had there, because it's just so insane. But that's the June video. I might have to bring up some more of these things and do retrospectives, because it was so funny.